everyone, this is Take from bigheadtaco.com and welcome to BHT Studios. I am back from Hong Kong and as well as Japan. I didn't explain my trip that much. Unless you follow me on Instagram, you kind of know where I've been and what I was doing, and so I thought I would do a quick sort of a recap, and then that way you're kind of caught up and you can kind of know what's happening with my YouTube channel, because I haven't really been posting anything in real time. It's just kind of reviews and then that's pretty much it. And so back in January, I can't remember even when I left, January 12th, I left for Hong Kong, but as soon as I landed, I was just there for a day. And then I took off to Japan for 4 days, and specifically Okinawa, which is where I was born and where I lived for the first 4 years of my life, and then moved to Canada. But I still consider it home, and I haven't been back to Okinawa in 20 years. That's a very long time. And so I was scouting it for a upcoming project, but as well, I mean, I'm there, I'm gonna go see my grandma, I'm gonna see my aunts and uncles, and so there was a little bit of family time, but as well as sort of scouting. And I can't talk about the project very much because it's not my project. I'm part of somebody else's project, but then I'm gonna take that time to as well pursue my own project, and so it's gonna lead to other things. You'll see it all coming up in the near-ish future, but just for now, you know, I've been in Okinawa, had a good time, and maybe I'll like share like one photo here. Got back to Hong Kong, and I really wanted to finish my BHT HK neon project well, the first part of the project, but it's phase 2 of me shooting. So back in April, I went to Hong Kong, sponsored by CineStill. They gave me the film, thank you guys, as well as Camera Film Photo, who's doing all the processing, scanning, and storage of all my negatives. So thank you, Vishal, and the rest of your team. And I shot phase 1 in April, was trying to get back sometime in the fall, but because of all the protests and the turmoil, I wasn't worried about going, but my wife and other people were concerned about me coming there or going there at the time. And so I held off until it seemed somewhat stable, which was January. So I thought, might as well go. So I took off to Hong Kong to finish shooting a few more rolls so I have enough photos to create my first zine, my BHT HK neon zine. And so I think I have enough. I have, I think, about 10 rolls being processed and scanned as we speak at Camera Film Photo. So I've only got 2 rolls back, so I don't even know if I got what I got, because 2 things happened while I was in Hong Kong, or maybe even 3. First, the protests, which wasn't a big deal because Hong Kong is quite a large city and you can kind of sense when there's going to be problems. And it seemed like Mong Kok, when I was there, was kind of the area where a lot of the students and the protesters were gathering, and where the police were there like every single day. It was irritating, the whole thing. And but you know, I stayed away, not for anything else other than the fact that for my photography, I don't like too many people in it. And so even if the crowds were, if it was a protest or riot, or if it's a celebration or parade or whatever it is, you guys know I just like abandoned alleys and quiet corners, and that's kind of reflected in my photography. And so I kind of can sort of smell when crowds are growing, and I can sort of, my spidey senses are going when you can sort of tell like something's about to happen. So I just kind of left. So I had that made it a little bit harder, but also actually the biggest problem I had was I didn't realize it was Chinese New Year. And for Chinese New Year, it's sort of like North America's sort of from Christmas to New Year's. It's like that 7 days. A lot of businesses are closed for like 10 days or at least 7 to 6 days, as was Camera Film Photo. And so what I was gonna do is shoot a roll, drop it off a Camera Film Photo, and by that night I would see what I got and then go back and reshoot the shot with my, so shooting mostly with my M7, with my 28 on this trip, and then go back, and if I really like to see it, I'm gonna go back and shoot with the Fujifilm GA645ZI. Thank you, Philip from the Darkroom Lab in California, for loaning this a little bit longer than I thought I would be borrowing it because of these delays. And anyway, so I love this camera, but because of the Chinese New Year, even a lot of the neon signs were shut off, because a lot of the signs are like are pawn shops, and they are like restaurants and nightclubs, and a lot of the nightclubs were left on and the hotels were left on, but some of the pawn shops and some of the other businesses were like just shut down. So there were entire areas where I know there's like 6 or 7 neon signs turned on in a row, or like only like one was turned on. And that was like for a week, some of the areas. So that was another issue. And then finally the coronavirus, which is a very serious issue. And that also, my mother-in-law was worried, and family and other colleagues were worried, me taking the bus and going out. So I didn't go out as much as I thought. And also it was kind of cold. It was colder than I thought. So those 3 things sort of really hindered my ability to take as many photos as I want. I was hoping to shoot at least 2 rolls a night. So 1 roll on my 35, 1 roll on 120. And I ended up, in the 3 weeks minus the 4 days I was in Japan, I shot maybe less than a roll per day. I think I have enough for a zine, I think. But I have to look at the photos. So it's a matter of faith that I got the shots that I thought I got. And so it should still be enough for a zine. So that's my main reason why I was there. I did not shoot any major video while I was there. I got little B-roll here and there. I saw Mr. David Chan just once before I went to Japan, and then he told me he was closed for pretty much most of the time that I was going to be there. And then the one time I went to see him when he said he was going to be there, he was still closed. And so no dim sum with Mr. Chan, no lunch, no videos, just a little short maybe I'll just insert that here. But I don't see Mr. Chan inside here. I don't see it. I'm gonna ring the doorbell. There's the doorbell. And maybe it says come on in, we're open. Oh, it says open, but I think I see someone here.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Mr. Chan.
Yeah.
How are
nice
you?
Meeting you?
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, thank you.
How are you?
Thank you. Very good.
Yeah?
Still
Nice and strong.
Yeah.
People were afraid that you were gonna close down.
Don't worry. Still have a couple. I think at least 1 or 2 years. I think.
One or 2 more years.
I think so.
So you're gonna keep on working.
Yeah, keep working.
Keep on working, and in 1 or 2 years, then what's gonna happen?
Oh, I think.
You gonna sell cars?
We'll move to other place.
Oh, hello, Miss Jung. How are you? Nice to see you. I was saying how everyone was afraid that you would be closed by now.
No.
You're gonna keep on going.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay.
Oh, very good. But that's about it. So I was hoping to meet up with other people. I saw Jeffa Wong just for a little bit.
Couple of other guys went out for a shoot yesterday for 16 by 20 in Jimsache area. So now I'm trying to make up one developed.
Oh, very good. 16, 20. That's the size of the negative, right?
Yep.
And we're talking inches, not millimeters?
Inches, yes.
And what was the nickname you called 35 millimeter?
Stamps.
And spent a lot of time with camera, film, photo. And we did a photo walk on a Tuesday, Samsuipo, a street photo walk. And so maybe I'll insert something here. And we are here in Samsuipo to do a photography street walk. And we'll see if people are showing up. It looks like people are showing up. There's people. And the party today is we'll be shooting. What are we shooting today?
We're shooting Hanker.
All right. It started to rain.
Yeah, but only drizzling, so it should be fine. Even better.
Even better? Thank you. All right, let's rock to Casbah. Boom. As well, I met up with Gary and Joyce of Mint Camera, and also a very quick meeting with Quincy from Zgin Camera Bags. But with Gary, we started a project back in April, and we actually were missing some audio and a little bit of B-roll, so I also needed to go back and finish that up as well. And me and Chris Meets Chris, we're still working on that video, and that's gonna be finished up. And that's also kind of hindering some of the stuff that we shot back in April that people were wondering, like, hey Taki, where's your videos from April? Well, there's some stuff missing. Roll finish those off as best we can. And so now I'm back in Vancouver, jet lagged. I don't know how tired I look. Do I look tired, or do I have bags? I'm pretty good with my eyes. I don't really get bags that often in my eyes, but I thought I would still kind of wear these glasses just to relax, because I got lights here and I got lights over there. I will be jet lagged. I am jet lagged. Get back to Vancouver and it's like starting to snow. It snowed just as I was leaving, so I am temporarily kind of like hanging out in my studio while I do as much work as I can, and then I'll slowly start rolling out the stuff. I just got some stuff. I just shot an unboxing video for some of Peak Design bags, and so this is the tote pack, and I got two other bags from them, and I have more packages. I got like 4 packages in while I was gone, and so I got like unboxings to do, and also just today. Anyways, I got a lot of work to do. So thanks for watching this kind of catch up on where I've been the past 3 weeks, and I have tons of backup video that I'm backed up on, like the SL2 first shooting impressions. I have that. I have the Viltrox 85mm f1.8. I wrote an article on Fujilove for it, but I have a video for that as well. And I got a whole mess of videos that I still gotta pump out, so I feel a little bit guilty even coming up with this video, but I need to kind of let you guys know where I'm at so that you guys know where I'm at. And also, my main digital camera that I took with me was the X Pro 3, which was, I brought the XH1, which I'm shooting this video on right now. I didn't use it at all because I was planning to create some videos like with Mr. David Chan and with Vishal, but Vishal was busy, Chinese New Year, Mr. Chan was closed. Gary, we did our own side projects that I can't talk about right now, but we did stuff with Gary. And Quincy, we met at a Starbucks, and so didn't get a chance to shoot any video. So on a daily basis, out and about shooting, I use my X Pro 3, and maybe I'll just insert a little bit of vlogging.
BHT 2020 at Champagne Court. Let's begin now.
But I had a really great time shooting with the X Pro 3. Just kind of, it was weird because, you know, basically I was running around with, I always called it my 2 rangefinders, right? This is a real film Leica rangefinder, and this is a digital interpretation of a modern day rangefinder. I shouldn't say that because Leica still creates a true digital rangefinder, which I would love Fujifilm to do, but I just don't think they'll do it because I think a lot of people won't use it. But not having screens on the back, going from the Leica to the Fujifilm, it just felt really natural to shoot with these. And unlike the X-T3 or the XH1, which I love using, they have really sort of protruding EVFs, and when it's up against your body, it does kind of irritate you a little bit. It's always kind of poking at you like this. With the X Pro 3, no screen, it's a smooth back, it's up against my body, and then I had the Leica M7 like this, so I would be shooting like this, right? And then when I was shooting with this camera, I would just pick it up and then shoot like this, and then put this down like that. So most of the time, these are my 2 main cameras. With family and friends, I pretty much used my Ricoh GR1, and I did some street photography. I did a thing with Vishal with camera film photo, and I think we had about 11 participants where we did street photo walk, and I used my M7 with the 28, and then this is a 28, and so it's like, why do you have 2 28s? Well, this is a leaf shutter point and shoot with the built-in flash, and this is a proper rangefinder, so very different styles, but mostly kind of family photos with this, as well as some street photography with flash. And so that's it. That's my sort of explanation of my recent trip. More videos coming. We'll just see when I will post them, so thank you for your patience. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy shooting. All right. Peace.